Hey guys, Ash here with your Tuesday Talk in a little bit of a different scene here today. I wanted to, after a certain request, I wanted to go over some foam rolling. So I've got my foam roller here. I'm going to show you a few of my favorite things to foam roll, but let me tell you the benefits. First of all, it has been scientifically proven that this can help speed up your results and help you with greater lean muscle mass gains, as well as scientifically proven that if you do it after a workout, that will help to speed up your recovery because you're getting the lactic acid moving around in the body. There's lots of benefits. So it is a myofascial release. This is going to help release the tension in your muscles. As I already said, it does help speed up recovery. It also helps to help you gain mobility and flexibility through the body. You also get improved movement and range of motion. So as you can already tell, I love this thing. I highly recommend that if you do not belong to a gym that has one of these, even if you do belong to a gym that has one of these, get one of these for your home because you can do it on commercial breaks or while you're watching a movie or your favorite TV show. There's so many opportunities to use these things, and man, it kind of, I guess my saying is it hurts oh so good. It shouldn't be painful, but it should release that tension and help either in between massages, or maybe you don't spend money on massages, that type of stuff. One final thing that I like to note before I show you some of my favorite things to foam roll or favorite ways to foam roll is make sure that you never roll over a joint, okay? So for example, if you are rolling the back of your leg, okay, into your hamstring, or you're rolling your calf, you don't want to roll over the knee joint, either the back or the front of it. The back, you really want to watch your low back. That's a super tender area, so I always say foam roll from mid-back up to the top of your shoulders. And so you just want to watch those. You don't want to roll over those joints, okay? So I'm going to start kind of full body. I'm going to run through this rather quickly, but I'm hoping that after this, you'll want to go buy a foam roller, or at least maybe learned a few new things to foam roll. So the first thing is I like to start from either the top and work my way up, or I just did that backwards, but you know what I mean. Either the bottom and work my way up, or the top and work my way down. And today, for the sake of the video, I'm gonna work the bottom up to the top. So the one thing is that there's lots of ways to apply, I'm gonna make sure I get into the camera here, but there's lots of ways to apply pressure. The first thing that you can think about is that if you put one foot down off and you're sitting here and working your calves, you're gonna have less pressure. But if you're like, oh, that's not really enough, you can think about pushing your leg down firmly into the foam roller, or you can stack. Now this may be really difficult for you to lift yourself up, so you just kind of have to find what works for you, and in time, you'll either get stronger or you'll know what you need. And always, as I always say, every day is a different day, so some days you're gonna need more than others. So again, for the sake of time, I'm gonna keep rolling on just one side. So now I'm rolling up into my hamstring. I am gonna switch to my right side to show you the glutes, just so I can kind of show you the turn and the angle. So if I roll up onto my glutes, I'm gonna get that right into the meaty part. So I can just sit here and do this, yes, but you do have many parts or several parts to your glute. So I always cross over my ankle to my knee, and I just kind of roll and I turn, and then I go back to the center and I roll and I turn. I will show that on the other side too. That's again just crossing that over and rolling. Now before I move to the upper part, I'm going to turn on over and roll on my left side, just so you can see that. Now, some people do tell me they have tight shins, or their shins give them shin splints. So the shins you can roll, but you don't want to apply a lot of pressure. So what I do is just put one leg forward, and I just kind of roll and turn my toe. Hopefully you can see that in the video. I'll move it up a little bit closer. But it's really light, okay? So the shins are very, very I guess I'll use the word fragile, but they're tender, okay? And so you don't want to roll them with a lot of pressure. And then you can move on into your quad, and you can roll onto the side towards the inner thigh, and then in towards the middle, and then onto the outside. And then if you flip all the way over onto your IT band. Okay, so this is really tender for a lot of people. And one that a lot of people don't know about is getting into the inner thigh. So that would be coming down onto your forearm, laying down, this knee gets bent up, okay? And then you roll in and out. Okay, so rolling in and out. This is super tender for a lot of people. So again, you don't usually need a lot of pressure. And then moving along to the back. So again, I'm gonna just put this down and I'm gonna scoop my butt forward and I'm just gonna get right up above the small of my back. Then I just put my hands here. Ladies, if you have a ponytail, you may wanna watch that. Lift up and roll up towards mid-back and down. Now, I do like to do a few back bends here, but you gotta keep your chin lifted, navel in, and if you do these, make sure your glutes are supported. But again, rolling here, you can also roll over onto a side and get into your lat muscles. Again, finding what pressure works for you. And then back, and you can hit up that other side if you like. And then one of my favorites, so I talk to a lot of people who get a lot of tension in the shoulders and in the neck. I tend to, if I'm working on my computer, I tend to shrug forward and roll forward. So this one really helps to open up the chest. So the one thing is making sure that your head is supported on the foam roller. Okay, glutes are up if you do not have a long enough one. And then you can do various exercises here. You can just lay here with your arms open. You can open and close. You can make eyes. Okay, I don't have room with the wall. You can make a Y. You can also do angels here and leave them open until they kind of start to go numb and make your way down. You can also do swimmers. So there's lots of options here that will help to open up the pec muscles and to relieve tension in the back. And then my last, but certainly not least move, and probably one of my favorite, every time I show someone this, they're always like, thank you. So that is lying on your back and putting your neck on your foam roller. Again, a good one to do while you're watching TV. So you just lay here. Everything else is just relaxed. And you just turn from side to side, thinking about kissing the ear to the foam roller. Oh, this feels so good on the neck and helps to relieve so much tension from the day. Really helps to relieve that stress that you may carry up in the nape of the neck. I know I do. So, feels so good. So you guys, there are several, wow, actually that was a lot of moves for foam rolling. I hope this is helpful. Thanks so much for requesting this. And yeah, get your foam rolling on because man, you will feel so much better. All right, you guys, I'll see you next week. Have a great